Sup, sluts? Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. I'm XFL Jim, joined by my co-host Eric, Uncle Rico. What's up, baby? We just passed basically the halfway point of college football, and we're living life.
Dude, living life, watching our pockets get fat. You know, it's a great time to be alive, man.
I'm gonna be just honest up front with you. I got fucked on a round robin this last week, so it killed it killed for me on week 5. Week 6, I tried to dip my toe back in. I got absolutely reamed.
My round robin dog parlay. Colorado State winner. Okay,
love it.
God, I'm sorry, bud. I am sorry. Let me pull.
Starting off with a bang.
Starting out with a bang. I had Colorado State. Okay,
love it.
Winner. UCLA.
Winner.
South Carolina.
Winner.
Oregon loses on a last-second Hail Mary. Oregon State. Stanford.
Yeah, you had Stanford.
Kicking the ball sack.
That sucks.
Texas Tech, whose third-string quarterback was slinging Oklahoma State for the first half, hurts his leg, can't even walk away. Can't even walk around.
Texas Tech might sneakily have one of the strongest quarterback rooms in all of FBS.
Dude, they're good.
All 3 of them are good.
They're good. Texas Tech. This is a Texas Tech and UCLA podcast moving forward. And then I had Iowa State. I mean, dude, I can't complain because I got bad luck in Texas Tech with a quarterback injury. I got bad luck with a Hail Mary in Stafford, and Iowa State came down to a last-second field goal.
Yeah.
But end of the day, I made money on it, so I can't complain.
It's fucking awesome. Let's jump into a couple of these games. First off, I just want to brag a little bit. Nebraska is now back-to-back conference winning game since 2008. 18. This is the last time that Nebraska has won back-to-back conference games.
Hey, man, you got to take what you can take, brother.
Tied for first in the Big Ten West, baby. Let's roll.
Well, I mean, I think the first thing we need to talk about is that crazy ending in the Houston-Memphis game. Dude, I had the over in that. I thought it was dead. And then Subway texted me, we got live. We're live. Yeah. And shenanigans just started happening. Did Houston, go to their second-string kicker?
Maybe.
Because that dude missed one. And then they had the backup do the onside kick, and they recovered it. So, I don't know.
I had Memphis in this game, and I was very upset. That's my main takeaway.
Colorado State and Nevada, I think I lost 5 years off my life watching that game late night.
Yeah, just don't watch Colorado State football.
Well, dude, when you're financially invested, you're financially invested.
That's fair, but for future reference, don't watch Colorado State football. What happened to UNLV?
San Jose State's tough, dude.
40-7.
Some of us are on their UNLV's win total of over 6.5 plus.
Yeah,
money.
We are. We'll get to that later, but damn it. I think San Jose State's probably the best team in the conference, right?
They're the best team in Mountain West right now. Well, I'll say Boise State's been playing well.
I was going to say sneakily, since actually stopping out of conference play, Boise State's been on a heater.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
They do this all the time where they embarrass themselves out of conference. They get out of the national spotlight early, and they just roll through the Mountain West.
How about my boys putting up a whopping 20 against Ohio State?
Hey, that's 20. You could rest your hat on that.
Well, a winless team in the Big Ten. I mean, dude, they're so bad.
Yeah, they suck.
They are so bad. And someone sent me this. Here, let me pull it up right here. They're
one of my 4 auto fade teams. I hope you know that. I fade them every week.
This was the tweet. Mel Tucker was 16-14, 53% before his $95 million extension. He's 4-4 since then. It's hard to ask for more than that. He's delivering nearly exactly what was promised.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Jesus, dude.
That's why you don't base your crazy coaching decisions and who to keep based off of one good season.
That's why you don't panic. That's why you have an adult in the room and you don't panic. Dude, just so bitter.
Me too.
Arkansas, I really don't take much away from that. They didn't play.
Backup quarterback. It's
Stand play.
Mississippi State is good. I will take that away. I think Mississippi State is actually
State's good. We're talking about a pre-show. I saw a 201 in the market. I think, I think that has value.
Hashtag value.
Dude, that has value. That's value, man. I've given out some crazy futures in my life, and I think that has value.
Hashtag value.
I'm excited to hear Mike Hart sent out a tweet. For those who don't know, it's a scary situation. He actually had a seizure on the sideline of the Indiana-Michigan game. And
it was like right away, wasn't it?
Yeah. Says he's back and his health is trending in a positive direction. He suffered what was reported as a seizure on the sideline during the Michigan game against Indiana. That's got to be scary. You got these young kids, you see a coach, see someone you look up to on the ground. That's just scary. That's just
scary. It's scary shit.
So I'm not going to take too much away from Michigan looking a little flat there. I really think you can't take anything away there.
No, like that happens first thing in the game. That's all in your head. Football's an emotional sport. You can't really read anything into that.
TCU, Kansas. I think Kansas waited too long to establish the run.
Yeah, we live streamed this game. You were talking about Kansas establishing the run literally the whole game. I was just yelling out Bean left and right. TCU's good. I think TCU's legitimately good.
TCU's good. I think they're good. Sonny Dykes has done a great job there.
Texas, LSU, Oklahoma.
So first of all, dude, I get it. Your starting quarterback's hurt. I get it. I understand that. But you're a defensive-minded coach, and you got boat raced by that bad, 49-0. That's bad.
Also, Kansas right now has a better quarterback situation than Oklahoma.
Which is bad. Which is really, really bad. LSU, I mean, Jesus. Brian Kelly's got to be thinking he wishes he stayed at Notre Dame.
I got to feel like at this point. Maybe in the future, when he wins his national championship at LSU, he'll feel different. But this year, it's rough.
I think Oklahoma State, they're on my fade list. I think this team.
I'm hearing this from Chase. I'm hearing that from. He says they're one of the most underrated teams in college football. You're saying they're like overrated as hell. I think Oklahoma State is just good.
Dude, they should have. If that quarterback from Texas Tech, doesn't get hurt, they lose that game.
Welcome to an Oklahoma State season.
I mean, I don't
come along for the ride. They just win. They do it weird.
They just win. Tulane 29-24-9. 40
We're sitting
to 1.
on a juicy ticket on Tulane.
A little disappointed my Chippewas lost by 1 in homecoming.
Yeah, that sucks. I was really rooting for them there. How about Eastern Michigan getting the dub over Western?
Huge dub. How about Navy putting up a 50 burger?
What the fuck happened there?
Jesus.
In what world should Navy score 50 points on anybody?
Jesus. They rushed for 455 yards.
Yikes.
Wisconsin thrashing Northwestern 42-7.
The week of the interim, not just like coaches, because every interim coach that played this week won. I think the only reason that's the case is Colorado didn't play this week. But I think like there's plenty of backup and interim quote unquote quarterbacks that came out and shined.
I don't think Ole Miss is that good this year.
I think Ole Miss is like decent. I don't think they're good,
What about App State losing to Texas State?
Embarrassing. Terrible. Deplorable. Disgusting. JMU's the best team in that conference, baby.
What about that 9-6 barn burner between Iowa and Illinois?
Did you watch any of that game? Because I did.
I did not, dude.
That game was an affront to offense. What is Iowa doing? What are we doing here, Iowa? What are we pretending?
I have no idea.
Like this is not. I get that. This is the Brian Ferentz quote unquote way, the Kirk Ferentz way. This is not good football for anybody. It's not good for the fans. It's not good for like people watching at home. It's not good for your chances to like succeed in what the sport is right now. Iowa, I believe, had a drive where they got the ball. So like Illinois punted. Iowa goes 3 and out for like -6 yards. They punt the ball, recover the muff punt, and then lose 3 yards and kick a field goal.
Yeah, I saw something like that.
What about UCLA, Utah?
That was great, dude.
That game was awesome.
Your boy's looking on fire, and I can't wait. A week from Saturday, UCLA at Oregon. Dude, that's a juicy game.
That's a great. Well, what about this week? Utah, USC.
Yep, and some of us got that line nice and early.
We'll get into that, but damn it, you could tout that all fucking day if you want. Georgia Tech 23 over Duke.
Yeah. I mean,
Weird.
dude, I am seeing a line for next week, and you're actually you're going to be speechless when I tell you this line.
God damn it, we'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm fucking.
You're going to be speechless in Nebraska.
Wake Forest over Army. I wish Army would have done a little bit more here.
Army's bad this year. Huge.
They are. I still thought they could score. Is Coastal Carolina just going to play every team in the country close?
Dude, they're just winning, dude. Props. They lost a lot, and they're just winning.
You're talking about Oklahoma State looking suspect.
Okay, but Oklahoma. Okay, but there's a huge gap. Oklahoma State was touted to be this good. Everyone thought Coastal Carolina was going to suck because of how much they lost.
I didn't.
Winning games.
I didn't think they were going to suck.
Well, they thought they were going to underperform compared to where they did in years past.
That's fair. I mean, they were the favorite to win the conference still.
Yeah.
And Boise's just quiet. We talked about that earlier. You want to kind of go through some of our win totals that we have?
Yeah, let's go through it. My first one on the board, which, you know what? I got to give the old bastard props. Wyoming under 5.
Yeah. Craig Bowl pulling. Jesus Christ.
I mean, they lost a ton, and he's sitting at 4-3 right now.
Hey, we're still alive.
He's sitting at 4-3. Well, I mean, you ready for the schedule? Utah State,
right here.
Hawaii, Colorado State, Boise State, Fresno State. I'm counting at least 3 wins there.
Could Wyoming play in the Mountain West championship game?
I mean, dude, they could total. Are we going to get a Wyoming San Jose State Mountain West championship game?
I hope not.
I think that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. I'm rooting for UNLV, though. Damn it. I'm still rooting for them. I was on that under, too. That was one of our favorite unders. My first one on the board, I'm looking at Arizona State under 2.5. Arizona under 2.5.
Yep.
Not feeling great about that. That one's already lost. They're at 3 wins.
I
also had Arizona State under 6.5, and I'm feeling better about that one.
Okay. My next one, and I'm feeling good about it. I got San Jose State over 6.5, sitting at 4-1.
Yeah, we both got that one.
Sitting at 4-1. They got games at Fresno State, at New Mexico State versus Nevada, Colorado State, San Diego State, Utah, and Hawaii. I think that's 3. I think there's 3 wins there.
I think there is very easily 3 wins there. My next one, and I love this one so much, Colorado under 3.
I mean, have they cashed you out yet?
I wish. I hope so. Because they just finished the easy part of their schedule.
My next one of the few futures I did to win a conference, Tulane 40-1.
Yeah, we both jumped on that.
Yeah.
My next one's another win total. I got Cal over 5.5. They're sitting at 3-2 right now. They still play Colorado. But then it's Washington, Oregon, USC, Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA.
Okay.
So that Stanford game is going to be circled.
Yeah.
That's their ticket to a 5-win season.
My next one, and this one's DOA. I took Play and Tune 150-1 to win the Heisman.
Yeah, I jumped on that one with you. So thanks a lot, Uncle fucking Rico.
Just being a jackass.
Here's my dumbest college football future. Virginia to win the ACC.
Okay. But, we were kind of talking about that, I think, a couple weeks ago. That loss to that OC was bigger than either one of us could.
I really thought that offense was still going to be really good. I still think Brendan Armstrong's a really strong quarterback. I also have Sam Hartman to win the Heisman, and just no one's talking about him.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's putting up huge numbers. Too bad Wake Forest. Yeah.
I still have Wake over 8.5 though, so I'm feeling pretty good about that.
My next one, we're gonna go to the AAC. I have UCF over 8.5. I mean, they got Temple, Eastern Carolina, Cincinnati, Memphis, Tulane, Navy, and South Florida. I need 5 more wins. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. So I need to win 5 of those games. I think they can beat Temple. They should be able to beat Eastern Carolina. They should be able to beat South Florida.
I could talk about one right now that I've already cashed.
What's that? Kansas?
Syracuse over 5.
Kansas?
That one too, but Syracuse over 5 wins at plus 110.
I got one that sometimes you just lay a bet and you're like, God damn. And this one's my closest one to cashing. South Alabama over 5.5.
Yep, we're both sitting on that one, loving life.
They got Louisiana Monroe, Troy, Arkansas State, Georgia Southern, Texas State, Southern Miss, Old Dominion. They'll get 2 wins. That one's looking good.
Oh boy, what else am I sitting on? Temple under 2.5's looking pretty nice.
I got Kurt Warner Jr. slinging the rock. This one, and I'm not gonna lie, this team has been the most underachieving team in all of college football.
Do they have a cat mascot?
They are the Panthers.
Yep.
Georgia State.
Yeah, we both got swindled by those bastards.
Well, dude, I mean, I'll be honest. They had a lead in the 3rd quarter against South Carolina. Then they had 2 block punts that flipped the game. North Carolina lead in the 4th. Lost in the last second play versus Charlotte. Coastal Carolina didn't show up. Beat Army, beat Georgia Southern. I mean, I don't know. Really disappointed with those guys. I think they underachieved a lot this year. I think I'm just very disappointed.
I'm liking my Michigan State under 7.5 wins at plus 115.
They're so fucking bad.
Dude,
they're so it is embarrassing. It literally is embarrassing how bad they are.
I got Northwestern under 4.
That's looking good. Here's one I got, and they're currently sitting at 3-2. UAB under 8.5.
I think that's pretty good. That's looking pretty nice.
I mean, they got how many games they got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, and one of them's at LSU.
Boom. They might win that though. LSU's pretty bad.
That one's looking good. I only have 2 more left, big man.
I got a lot, but I'm gonna just go through them real quick. I'm gonna go through some ones I like. South Carolina under 6, I still like. I already lost the Vanderbilt under 2.5. Missouri under 5.5 feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're both sitting on Tennessee to win the East.
Fucking dude, I love that team. I got Ohio and Buffalo both under 5.5.
Still possible, maybe.
Yeah, there's some
tougher.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Nebraska curse, by the way, since I just talked about Northwestern, that once a team beats Nebraska, they don't win?
Once a team beats Nebraska, they don't win.
Like, they just stop winning?
Yeah.
I think the only one that didn't have that happen was Georgia Southern.
How do you feel that Matt Rule is currently the betting favorite to land as you guys' new head coach?
I mean, I'm cool with Matt Rule. He was great at Baylor.
I think he's awful.
What do you mean awful? Like, you think he's an awful college coach?
I think he's just an awful. Like, I don't know. I'm not a Matt Rule guy. I think he's a great college coach, but I think he's a used car salesman.
I mean, there's plenty of used car salesman coaches I'd like. Him
I mean,
being the top one.
Do you want
Tom
Mel
Herman? I wouldn't mind Tom Herman.
Mel Tucker?
No, not a chance.
You sure?
I want one that has a track record of winning.
Mel Tucker?
Not going to take that one off your hands, buddy. You ready to talk about some games coming up?
You don't want to talk about Tucker?
So we'll go chronologically through the game so people can keep track with us.
All right, we got to have a game this Wednesday, and I'm a little pissed off of myself. Opened up at 7, and it's kind of ballooned up to that dead zone in my eyes, so I probably have no investment in it with Louisiana and Marshall.
Yeah, it's like I want to dip my toe in Marshall because I think ULL is pretty bad.
They're bad.
But 10.5 is where I'm seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little much.
That is a little juicy.
Do we like West Virginia as a home dog against Baylor?
Baylor, look at spot with Kansas on deck.
Yeah.
God.
If it was more than 3.5, if this was like closer to 5, I'd probably be on it.
I'd ballooned up to 3.5 in some shops.
Yeah.
I would lean West Virginia, but that'd be my only play in here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as a home dog, I think West Virginia at home is still kind of fierce, like feisty. But I'm probably not going to touch this. I'm also debating whether or not to just take UCF minus 23 versus Temple.
That's too many points, man.
It's Temple, though.
I mean, I'm going to be,
It's Temple, though. It's fucking Temple.
It is.
Navy SMU. I don't want anything to do with that game.
That gets over. If that gets to 14, I'm invested in Navy.
What about a point total of 57.5?
Dude, that does seem a lot, dude. Navy's going to rock the clock. But, dude, if SMU can't stop the run,
UTSA minus 32 versus FIU. We feeling that at all?
Not touching it.
I'm not touching the Auburn-Mississippi game. I don't want to touch Central Michigan. What about Iowa State plus 16 versus Texas? Letdown spot for Texas?
I kind of feel if that gets over 17, you have to take Iowa State.
I feel like you do.
Iowa State's a grimy team. They're going to slow it down.
They got a good defense.
They're going to slow it down. They're going to make you work for the
I wish this was an Ames.
Oh, if this was an Ames, it'd be all day, every day.
What about Kansas, Oklahoma? Kansas getting 7.
Okay, doesn't this seem trappy?
Yes.
So
Speaking of a letdown spot, though, like, I don't know, people still see that Kansas name.
So one game I'm kind of interested in. Okay, no, don't judge me. Don't judge me. It's in the noon slate. It's grimy.
What is it?
It's dirty.
Give it to me.
It's
baby.
filthy.
I like to get down and dirty.
I kind of like Penn State if it gets up to 7 against Michigan.
Kind of there with you. Michigan's been playing weird.
I'm
kind of with you. I kind of feel what you're laying.
I mean, where's the game with Michigan when you sit back and you're like, oh, that's impressive.
I think both these teams are fairly even too. Like,
yeah, I don't think there's that. I don't think it's over 7 discrepancy. I think Michigan, who have they played? Nobody. They played Hawaii.
Nobody.
UConn.
Nobody.
Maryland.
Maryland's good.
Yeah.
Maryland's a good team.
Oh,
and they played them in September.
Are they as good as Penn State?
Not even close.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like that one.
Illinois I'm waiting for that to get to 7.
I'm trying to talk myself into fading. Oh, dude, I almost had my INT prop. God dang it.
Oh.
I'm kind of waiting. I'm looking at Auburn getting 14 against Ole Miss.
I'm not touching Auburn.
I just don't like this Ole Miss team.
I hate this Auburn team. You're talking about lack of offense? You're talking about terrible offense? Auburn sucks.
2:30. Let's just get to the game of the day. Give me Tennessee plus the points in the money line.
Bryce Young starting?
Don't know. But here's the thing, like, I feel this game is at or Bryce Young is out. If Bryce Young is in, this game is going to go up.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
just going to say, I did take Cal minus 14.5 versus Colorado.
Nice. Couple other interesting ones. So TCU, Oklahoma State opened at a pick. I'm seeing like some 4s and some 3s in the market.
I'm seeing 3.5, yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like the boat is left on that we missed it.
If you wanted TCU, I didn't want to touch that game whatsoever.
NC State, Syracuse.
Yeah, I see this. I don't want to touch it, though, because I think Syracuse is a really good team, and at home especially. Minus 3.5, it's like,
Who do they have on deck, though?
Let's take a quick look. Who does
Clemson.
Syracuse have on deck?
Clemson.
Potentially.
Now, hear me out. One thing I always like doing is when a team is on the road laying points and they're ranked for the first time, I like fading them.
You talking about taking Georgia Southern right now?
I'm talking about taking Georgia Southern right now.
Plus 10.5 versus James Madison?
Yeah. It's on the radar.
It's on the radar.
It's on the radar.
Do I take Tulane minus 12 versus South Florida?
Tulane? No.
Don't touch that. I did take Wisconsin earlier. They're minus 7.5 now at Michigan State. I took them 6.
Okay. Rice is good. And they're getting 3.5 against Florida Atlantic.
I saw that. I'm seeing 4. Do you think that goes up though?
No.
Or do you think it gets closer? Like
I think it just
closer.
hovers right there.
It might hover around like it might get as low as 3. I think is the lowest I would ever see that. Might jump on that. What about Arizona plus 15.5 versus Washington?
Arizona, no, I'm not touching that.
We're a little lower on Washington. Like their big win against Michigan State's not looking nearly as good now.
Yeah.
So like maybe Washington's just an all right team and not this good team that a lot of people thought they were. I'm gonna jump on Arizona plus 15.5. Yeah.
Another interesting one. Mississippi State laying 7.
What's Will Levis's status?
I'm looking at it right now. Day to day.
This has got to be the he doesn't play line, right?
Yeah.
Because if he plays, like if Will Levis is in, this drops all the way down to like
3, 4,
3 probably, or like 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Kentucky here. You know, Mississippi State has Alabama on deck. Kentucky in a bounce back spot. If Will Levis is in, I'm going to be on him.
You gotta get it quick. Like you might do you want to take the chance that he does play? Because I don't think you're getting that 7.
I don't know. I'm just going to hold tight right now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to force the board, Jim. I'm not a force.
I am going to take Colorado State. I know they got a win, and this is a letdown spot. I understand that. I will take Colorado State as a home dog plus 11.5 versus Utah State.
Did you see like they were in the air raid, and there's one time like their quarterback was 1 of 11 for 14 yards.
Yes, I understand. They are bad. Utah State is not good.
You know, we got Utah. Like, if you listen to Jim and I, It was very simple. We said, guys, USC is going to win. Utah is going to lose. Sunday, when everyone's dabbling in the NFL, pull up your sports books, lock in Utah if they're openers. I got Utah to pick.
They're up to 3 now.
Yeah, they're 3.5. I wouldn't play anything over 3. What about the Battle of New Mexico?
I really want to take New Mexico State.
You know, I do too. What about the Battle of North Carolina?
I will take New Mexico State.
North Carolina and Duke. What do you like there?
7s. I might just fuck around and take the over and not care. I think Duke's offense has a bounce back spot against this dog shit North Carolina defense.
What about
I might take the over 67.
What about your home dog of the week, UNLV?
I am on UNLV. God damn it. Air Force disappoints me week in and week out.
Are you ready for my stink of the week?
I'm on UNLV.
Are you ready? Are you ready just for my dirty dude, Eric? Why the hell are you even contemplating betting this game?
I got one more though before you do.
Okay.
I'm taking Clemson -3.5 versus Florida State.
Yeah. Anything less than 3, I'm in.
Anything lower than like a touchdown, I'll take Clemson. I think Florida State's overrated.
Are you ready for this one, Jimbo?
Give it to me.
In what world? Tell me the world I live in where a team like Nevada should be laying points on the road.
Fucking tell me about it. I already got this, dude. I was on this shit. I was stupid. I didn't expect this line to go up like this.
I mean, it's at 6 right now.
Yeah, I was very stupid with this. I got it opening. It opened at 4.5.
In what world?
In what world is Nevada a good enough team to lay points on the road? Yes, Hawaii is terrible. Yes, Hawaii might be one of the worst teams in FBS. This is Nevada we're talking about. This is a depleted, decrepit Nevada team.
And you can say what you want. I know San Diego State has their issues. But, dude, you know, they played them tough, dude.
They played them fucking tough, man.
You know, so I don't know. That's just me. I think there's a little value in Nevada. You know, if that gets up to 7, I'm going to be on the Rainbow Warriors.
I'm on San Jose State minus the 8.5, by the way, against Fresno.
You're on it? Yeah, I love that team.
I'll also take Stanford plus 16.5 versus Notre Dame.
I feel you have to at this point.
I just Stanford, like, they don't win, but they play with a lot of heart and they cover. There's some other ones on the board, just like perusing. I kind of want to take Western Kentucky minus 8 versus Middle Tennessee State, but that's probably a stay away. Western Michigan minus 1 versus Ohio, probably a stay away. That's a Mac fucking heart attack waiting to happen.
That's a Mac.
Kent State plus 9 versus Toledo.
Oh.
Probably a stay away. Mac is crazy.
I want nothing, buddy.
Arkansas minus 1.5 on the road versus BYU.
Okay.
Interesting. What do you think about your UMass boys catching 17 at home against Buffalo?
Oh, dude, I have them over 2.5. God, they suck so bad.
Hey, this is a big game. 17's a lot of points.
17 is a lot of points. 17 is a ton and ton.
Fuck, do I take UMass?
I would wait for it now, buddy.
I think it goes down, though.
I also get some possible look-ahead spots. Let's pull these up for the people.
Yeah, give me this look-ahead spot. I'll give you the line.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Iowa next week plays Ohio State. That really doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Just because Iowa this week plays who?
I think they have a bye week.
Okay.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure they have a bye week.
Syracuse plays Clemson.
That's a potential.
SMU at Cincinnati,
That's a potential look ahead.
and they play Navy this week.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's a letdown spot for Navy.
Dude, Tulsa's awful, dude.
I know, but like anytime a team like a Service Academy scores that many points, I kind of want to fade them. That's just me.
God, Texas, Oklahoma State play. I mean,
That's the perfect spot for Iowa State just to fuck everything up.
yeah, I'll probably.
Texas like is alive for the Big 12. They're feeling themselves after destroying Oklahoma. I want to take Iowa State so bad. I just got to be patient.
Okay, well, what Marshall does have James Madison on deck. They play Louisiana tomorrow.
Who's Baylor got?
Baylor. These how these are in order is not ideal for me.
Oh yeah, they got Kansas. That's right.
Mississippi State plays Alabama. That's why I'm looking to fade them. Minnesota's at Penn State, and they're laying 6.5 on the road to Illinois.
They're coming off of a bye week, so maybe there's that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think Illinois' defense is good.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just a couple look at spots.
Nebraska not on a look ahead. Plus 13 on the money line. The trade keeps rolling.
God, man. In
what world should Nebraska be a 13-point dog to any team in this Big Ten West?
None. Like, none.
I get that it's on the road. I understand.
How is it that Houston's been outscored this season?
Because Houston sucks. Do we fade Miami here too? Miami get a road favorite of 7.5 versus Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I could do that.
But Virginia Tech sucks so bad.
They do.
I took ODU plus 12, by the way, versus Coastal Carolina.
I kind of like that.
I don't think ODU wins, but Coastal plays everybody close.
You do. Trivia time. Who has the most points scored overall in the Big 12?
In the Big 12?
Yeah.
Is it TCU?
No, it is not TCU.
Is it Kansas?
It is Kansas.
Okay, those are my two guesses. I thought TCU would have pulled ahead in that Oklahoma game.
There's one team in the Big 10. Jesus.
What's the stat?
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to count the American as a big conference, okay?
Yes, that is fair.
So I'm counting the American, the ACC,
okay,
the Big 12,
okay,
the Big 10,
okay,
Conference USA. Let's count them.
Okay.
Well, let's just
count every conference.
Every conference. Can you guess how many teams have not scored 100 total points?
3.
Sunbelt, none.
Okay.
Colorado.
Yeah, makes sense. They're one of my 3 that I would have picked.
Colorado State.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of them. Yeah, that makes sense.
UMass.
Makes sense.
New Mexico State.
Makes sense. I'm seeing a trend with a lot of these names.
Florida International.
Yep, that trend continues. These are all dog shit, bottom of the barrel teams.
Temple.
Yep, that trend stays strong, baby.
And the last one, are you ready for this?
Is it Iowa?
It is Iowa.
Yep.
It's only scored 88 points on the year.
What is their offense scored? Is the better question.
So that's how many points their offense has scored.
Oh, that's offensive points?
Yeah.
I thought it was total points.
No, those are the teams that points for. So that's how many times they've scored.
Does that count? Does that count like pick sixes?
That counts everything.
Yeah. So how many times has Iowa's offense scored?
That I don't know.
Like, that's what I want
It
to know.
only scored 5 more points than Florida International, 3 more points than New Mexico State.
Ugh. That's gross.
I mean, it's bad, dude. Bad. I mean, it is bad in Iowa. I really think it's unjust what's going on, how they haven't made a change yet at the offensive coordinator position.
It is gross. I'm trying to look up. Let me see.
I think it's
Football
criminal.
Outsiders. Oh, yeah, baby, ESPN Plus, stupid. It is gross what Iowa is doing for offense.
I think it's disgusting. I think it's gross. So let's just go over now. The only bet I've officially locked in. People ask me this all the time. Right? I just want to know what bets you lock in. The only bet I've officially locked in is Utah at a pick. That's the only one I've locked in. Games that my interest peaked. I'm looking at Navy if it gets to 14. Penn State at 7. Illinois at 7. Iowa State over 17 or over. How do you feel about UConn getting 9 against Ball State?
I kind of like it.
Tennessee. I'm looking hard at Tennessee. I'm looking at NC State. How do you feel about Baylor, Arkansas?
You mean BYU, Arkansas?
BYU, Arkansas, excuse me.
I don't want to touch that game with a 10-foot pole. If KJ plays, slight lead on Arkansas.
Here's my thing. Michigan State game gets any higher, I'm going to have to be on Michigan State, and I'm going to fucking hate my life.
Just on principle?
On principle alone.
I already took Wisconsin, so.
I mean, Florida laying 2.5 to LSU.
I know, I saw that. That's gross.
I'm looking at Kentucky. That's it. Here's the thing. I mean, there's so many key injuries to this thing. Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
There's so many up in the air, like who's playing, who's not in a lot of these games.
But I just can't do anything. So right now, I'm sorry, people. I'm just sitting out. The only one I have is Utah to pick. If you can find a Utah at 3 or under in the market, I would lock it in.
Yeah. You want to hear? Okay, so here's what I have locked in. I took Central Michigan minus 13 versus Akron.
Jesus.
I did. I got Kansas plus 7. I wish I would have gotten plus 9.
Principles.
I got ODU plus 11.
Okay.
Oh, you almost see that? I got Cal minus 14.5 versus Colorado. This is the test to see if the auto fade list stays intact. I took Wisconsin minus the 6.5. I don't like it at 7.5, but I loved it at 6.5.
Okay.
I got Clemson at 4.5.
Nice.
I took the over in the Nebraska-Purdue game because I feel like Nebraska's defense doesn't play like that 2 weeks in a row.
Okay.
Or 3 weeks in a row because Nebraska's defense has gone, I think, 3 games without allowing a third quarter point. It's pretty nuts what they're doing. I took UNLV plus 9.5.
Like it.
And I got Western Michigan at minus 1.5.
I like it.
They're 1 right now versus Ohio, but I got it at 1.5. Whatever, I still like it. That's where I'm locked in. I'm feeling very sick right now. I'm feeling disgusted. I'm feeling degenerate.
Jimbo a little under the weather?
No, just my allergies acting up.
Yeah, buddy. You know what?
It's fucking life.
You know what? It's tough out here for a pimp.
It's tough out here for degenerate gambler. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Eric, where can the people find you?
In a little bit at ETOF21 Sports on the old Twitter machine. No, on YouTube. I got my live stream that's coming out.
Damn right.
Show. My boy Brandon's gonna be there. You know, my podcast comes out, and then Jim on Friday, and then also Jim and I are gonna be hanging out with the people in Gino, talking some college football for BTV Friday night.
Damn straight, brother. You guys know where to find me. I'm all over. At XFL Jim, everywhere you can find me, baby. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. We love you.